Alright, y'all. This should not be long either. This should be brief. The Fat Maxter, Big Mike in full effect, Almighty Triple XL coming at you live and direct from Mac City Limits Radio Show. MacCity.com, PowerEdgeStrategy.com, and Magneto, nigga Fuchsius. He's off doing his thing right about now. I'm taking care of some real world business, so this will be a solo joint. You dig? So let's get it. Let's get it cracking, cuz. Where we at here? It's gonna be some reiterations, man, of the R. Kelly joint. That's what it is. Let's see here. I'm going around listening to prominent YouTubers flex, man, talk about how everybody defending R. Kelly, how they wrong and shit, man. One individual I want to call out, man, Meechie X, man. You know, there's some things that I was digging about the chick, but in this particular instance, man, she is definitely anti R. Kelly, and bruh, I don't want y'all to I don't want y'all to get this confused. This really is not about R. Kelly. She thinks it's about R. Kelly, but as far as I'm concerned, it's not about R. Kelly. It's all about black men. All right, that's where these fools getting their wires crossed. You feel me? Yeah, it's all about black men, and they're using R. Kelly to get at the army of black men. You know what I mean? To demonize black men, to incarcerate black men, to basically change the rules at the drop of a dime whenever they want to get a black man, yada yada. You know, the same old shit that you would think someone like a Meechie X would be, I don't know, hip to or wise to, but for some reason, I think her vagina is clouding her vision on this shit. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give Meechie a little bit of that work today. All right, hey Meechie, don't take it personal. You know, I fucks with you the long way. You know what I mean? I like a lot of shit that you do, but on this one, I just think that your little female energy is kind of clouding your vision, baby. You feel me? So Big Mike gonna give you a little bit of that work. Understand me? So check it out. Her big thing is black folk, and like this may be true for majority of black folk. Y'all just like his music. Y'all don't care about justice, and y'all not trying to be accountable for things that happen in the black community. And you know, it's really hard to really smack her around on this because on so many levels she's right. You know what I mean? Typically, you know, just how niggas do get down, man. But in this particular instance, in this particular case, I mean, she's trying to discount the hand of white supremacy in this. How she does that, I don't know. When we can see all of the white counterparts not getting any of the blowback that all the black counterparts are getting, how in the fuck can you look at that and not see that there's a racial component to that? How do you get that? I don't know, maybe it's the white DNA in her that's trying to look the other way. I don't know what the fuck it is. You know, but last I checked, shit, it's all brothers going to prison over shit that their white counterparts do on a daily and do it much more hardcore and much more frequently. All right? Now, keep in mind, I'm not defending the behavior. That is not the point. The oligarchs and the social engineers they become masters of getting you to look at the wrong shit. All right? Not defending any of the behavior. What I am trying to get you to see is, oh my God, it's crazy. I gotta even reiterate this shit, man. I'm looking at the way that they use these situations and these circumstances to stack the deck against black men as a whole. Yes. It should be simple mathematics to anybody that has a lick of sense. It really should be. Meechie don't get it, though. For some reason, it just flies over her head. I don't know. I think it was Rahm Emanuel, man, that basically stated, live on TV, man, about 5-6 years back that they're never going to let a good crisis go to waste, man. And they've mastered that shit, man. Anytime something fucked up happens, if they can capitalize on it, oh yeah, man, they all in, bro. They all in. And that's what they do, man. They'll take something really small, really so-called insignificant that you did 20 years ago, magnify it, blow it up, and then use that to railroad you, imprison you, take all your money, and not only that, but any other black man that comes after you, he will be subject to the same sort of scorn, ridicule, and unlawful and illegal chicanery that the first brother was subject to. It's all about setting precedent. That's all this is. So no one's in love with R. Kelly's music. I ain't bought none of this nigga shit since 12 Play. I don't even think Bill Cosby's that funny of a goddamn comedian. But what's one thing I do know, I'm not about to sit back and watch these motherfuckers stack the deck to thoroughly fuck me 10 years down the road because of what they doing to R. Kelly and what they doing to Bill Cosby. Kind of fucking idiot would I be? And of course, Meechie don't have a dog in this fight, right? Because pussy out there is not getting thrown under the bus. If you got pussy, you all right. You feel me? Now, shout out to the females out there, man, that basically see this shit for what it is. You know what I mean? But you got certain other females out there, man. You know, it's like I said, their vagina is basically clouding their judgment, their vision on this. It's all about setting precedent. No one gives two fuck about this nigga music. I'm not necessarily defending his lifestyle, even though I do live his lifestyle minus the underage shit. You know what I mean? That's not the issue. That's not the point. The point is them setting a precedent to basically go after black men, destroy their lives, destroy their legacies, siphon off their money, and lock them up, man. All of it, you know, it's the new Jim Crow. It's the new slavery. It's the new way they lynch a motherfucker, man. And Meechie over here just totally oblivious to the shit, man. Because she actually sees victims in this shit. She actually sees these girls as victims. No. There's no victims here, no. They knew what the fuck they was doing. The parents knew what the fuck they was doing. Everybody got what they got out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the laws of the land say if you're 14 and if an individual like R. Kelly is a man and he's of age, of course, no, you should not be touching 14-year-olds. You shouldn't be doing it. But dig, man, I'm not about to sit up here and wag my finger at this dude, man. When I see that this is the norm in Hollywood. This is the norm when you're dealing with major players in the movie and the music industry, man. Well, R. Kelly is being basically brought up on as far as the charges are concerned is nothing. Really, it's really nothing. Compared to some of the stuff that's actually really going on with his white counterparts. Okay? So, no, I'm not going to sit up in this motherfucker bed like a Meechie X and join in on the lynch mob and try to crucify R. Kelly for some shit that everybody did consensually. 15 years ago. The fuck, man? Well, let me try and break it down real simple like. Let's say we got two armies, right? Okay, let's try and break it down real simple like. Two armies. You got a white army, you got a black army. You got a benefactor. You got an individual that basically funds the white army, and then you got another separate benefactor that funds the black army. Now, the white army, their benefactor, he basically has assets, he has resources, he has money. In order to fight a war, you have to have a war chest. And, you know, everything's going fine. He's providing the beans and the bullets and the Band-Aids. It's all good, man. You know, things is going good. They holding their own against the black army. Then all of a sudden, it comes down that this benefactor, man, he touched a 14-year-old girl 20 years ago. What does the white army do? They don't do jack shit. They say, fuck that. We need the beans, the bullets, the Band-Aids. We need his assets. We need his resources. We need his money. Because we are fighting a war against the black army. That little piddly shit, We can deal with that stupid shit later. You know what I mean? As far as we're concerned, it's a non-factor right about now. All right, let's flip the script. Let's go to the Black Army. The Black Army, right, they have a benefactor as well. Right? The Black Army says, look, we have an individual right here. He provides the beans, the bullets, the band-aids. He's got money. He's got resources. He has assets that we can use to fight this white army. Then all of a sudden, guess what? Something comes down the line. Something comes down the pike. They say, hey, man, hey, did y'all hear that? 15 years ago, he touched a 14-year-old girl? Did you hear about that? Oh, my God. Oh, you really? Oh, the Black Army is just in a tizzy. They're in an uproar. They can't believe it. They're like, oh, my God. We can't have nobody like this funding our army. We can't have nobody like this representing us. No. So what they do, they go ahead, they find this benefactor, lock him up. They get the benefactor, throw him in a jail cell, throw away the key until the war's over. And, of course, it didn't take that long for the war to be over. Why? Because these dumb niggas locked up one of the few cats that actually had the money, the power, and the resources to fund the war chest. While the white folks had enough sense to leave one of their pieces on the chessboard who could actually get some shit shaken. But only niggas, right? Because you want to be righteous, because you want to be right all the time. You know what I mean? You let your righteousness screw you every step of the way. What all this holier than now stupid ass shit you niggas is on? All right, let's propose this. Do you want to be right, or do you want to fucking win? Let me ask you that question. Do you want to be right, or do you want to win? A lot of people are scratching their head about that analogy. Like, well, how are Kelly supposed to be benefactors helping the war chest? Look, man, if you ain't peeped out by now that any black man with a substantial amount of money, a substantial amount of resources, a substantial amount of assets is a threat to their system, you're deluding yourself. That's why Eddie Griffin said no black man retires with his hands clean, man. Because they don't want you passing down that generational wealth. That's problematic for them. Can't have that. Any black man with a lot of power like that, with a lot of money, a lot of resources, a lot of assets, a lot of resources, that can become problematic down the road, and then funding a war chest against the dominant society. But no, we got Meechie over here to no, lynch him, kill him. He touched girl. I don't give two fucks about who the fuck he touched 15 years ago. Real talk, nigga. Not about to let these motherfuckers win. Not like that. I'm keeping all my pieces on the chessboard. Until they start knocking their pieces off the chessboard for the same fuck shit they knocking our pieces off the chessboard. Well, then y'all gonna have some problems with me, my nigga. Not happening. Not happening. Do you want to win, or do you want to be right? That's your problem, nigga. That's your problem, Meechie. That is your problem right about now, because it's your vagina. It's Meechie's vagina, man. Yeah. Her vagina has clouded her vision in this. Molesting our little girls. Man, fuck them bitches. Fuck them little bitches. You know how many little so-called innocent victims came to me with fake IDs trying to do porn, bitch? Sheesh. I can tell you a thing or two about these so-called innocent 14-year-olds. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Get. So no, when we looking at the war, we looking at who's funding the wars, right? It's incumbent upon the dominant society to keep the money flowing on their side. And of course, it's incumbent upon them to stop the flow of money on the black side. And that's what you're seeing right now, man. That's what you're seeing with almost every brother out there being brought up on these Orwellian sex crimes, man. They're using this to siphon off the money and the resources that can be used at a later date to possibly fund a war chest against the dominant society. Once again, it's like, really, you don't see the pattern here? Meechie, you don't see the pattern here? You don't see the pattern here with all the brothers being brought up on these charges? You don't? Oh, God, man. Seriously disappointed in this system, man. You know what I mean? But it just go to show, just because you so-called a black power individual, it basically shows a lot of times they don't know jack shit about warfare or martial warfare or martial arts. Don't know jack shit about it, man. She's definitely not a general on the field of play, on the field of battle. She's definitely not general-minded. You know, when you look at your officers, man, she's probably a butter bar. She's probably a lieutenant or some shit. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely not general material. If you can't see what's going on in front of your face with this R. Kelly shit, man, you know what I mean? Once again, it's used to set precedents, and it's used to basically to lock down brothers and to siphon off money, assets, and resources at a later date with almost every brother. Shit. So that's really all I got to say, man. This is on purpose. This is by design. The ability to siphon off the resources and the assets and the money of black men, they have to basically rewrite laws in order to basically get that off. Because you see how they're doing it, man. It's like they got to figure out a way to get around double jeopardy. They got to figure out ways to open up sealed documents and transcripts and shit. They're not doing that shit for the white boys. They doing that for the brothers, man. They doing that, you know, because the brothers had airtight, ironclad paperwork that was supposed to prevent this. Now they coming out with new ways to get around it. And they doing that for you brothers, man. Then we got chicks like Meechie X that's saying, move along. There's nothing to see here. R. Kelly, he's just a perverted ass nigga that needs to be locked up. Now, on that instance, in that case, you may have a point there. I don't know what he's doing recently. I know what he did in the past was out of pocket. I do know he was guilty in the past. But I'm not about to let the oligarchs, man, and the social engineers hoodwink and dupe me and assigning my own doom and inviting my own demise. Well, I cheer for them to electronically crucify, lynch, and castrate another brother, man. I'm not going to do it. Because ultimately, I know where that's leading. That's leading directly back to me. That's leading directly back to Tony. Leading directly back to every brother in the hood out here. Remember that, y'all. This is made to set a precedent. So they can come back and get us all. And if you want to see the life and times that chronicled for Section 8 R. Kelly, which would be me. Shout out to Tony for that, man. The Section 8 R. Kelly. That's funny. Yeah, man. Y'all can go to my Patreon, man. Patreon.com/Mac City Limits. And, you know, you can see what I've been doing for the past 10, 15 years. I chronicle my life with the written word, the scribe, the videos, the podcasts, the photographs and everything, man. I mean, you even going to see situations or circumstances where there's been 14-year-olds actually try and do porn, trick me into doing porn. Yes, you will see that shit. Got a totally different perspective on this shit. Talking about how these hoes is victims. Fuck these bitches. I'm trying to ruin a nigga life, man. I'm trying to tell you, boy. I'm a totally different boat. Yeah, you ain't gonna get me, bitch. No, sirree. But anyway, yeah, y'all can check me out on Mac City Limits radio show right here on my YouTube channel, my Patreon. You can PayPal me, you know what I'm saying, if you really appreciate what's going on here, because we all about that men's rights here. Or you can go, you can just jump into the bowels of hell and just get totally X-rated with the shit. MacCity.com is where you need to go, because, you know, we plays no games around here, man. I got receipts. I can prove everything that I say with regard to what I've done, where I've been, and who I've done it with. You understand me? So, yeah, you know, Allow me to say, this is not about R. Kelly. This is about the powers that be setting a precedent to make it easier to come back and to destroy black men, to destroy their legacies, to siphon off their money, siphon off their assets, their resources, and no one will bat an eye, no one even blink, because it will be all done in the guise of so-called legalities. Never mind the fact that they are breaking the laws as they so-called go after black men for quote-unquote legal infractions, which is the craziest thing I've ever seen, and people like Meechie sitting back co-signing this shit. Yeah, Meechie, you need to go ahead and, you need to bone up on your martial warfare, girl, because you slipping on that shit. You definitely slipping on that shit. Shout out to all the females, man, out there that's not rocking and not co-signing with this fuck shit. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. You know, just when I thought all hope was lost, you feel me? Now, y'all motives as to why you ain't rocking with it, I don't know. But I'm not really even concerned with that. I just think it's very important for black folks to circle the wagons around their own, much like how white folks circle the wagons around their own, you know? Yes, even though he's got that shady past, and even though I know he's guilty on a lot of this shit, but I don't give two fucks about his music. But what I do care about is him setting a precedent so that they can come into the hood and round up every nigga just on the word of some bitch. That's what I care about. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out.